brother. How's business? Good? Good. Good morning. How are you?
All right, thank you.
Hey, somebody down the lower. One of them steamers, are you? No. You ought to be ashamed of bloke.
Morning, Rosie.
Morning, DC Webster.
Morning.
Just think, all that sun-kissed crumpet. It's worth a tickle, Sarge.
Police business. It'll be official.
Some earth-shattering revelation stirring your frontal lobe, Sergeant Fielding?
Brink's mat money still turning up all over the West Indies. I was thinking maybe I
We're
should
not going to Trinidad on police time, Sergeant. Next.
One of the brothers, Kane, has just been nicked off the New Kent Road.
Oh, super. I'll see that monkey down the steps for a right lagging. What's the charge?
Accessory to theft.
Theft of what?
Pineapples.
Hand grenades?
Pineapples, Inspector.
It's a sort of fruit.
How many?
24.
You having me on? Danny Kane arrested for 24 pineapples.
Actually, it was Frank Kane, the unfrocked priest. Apparently, he was steaming. You know, running and jiving through crowds of citizens.
Nicking and jostling.
Pilfering and elbowing.
Yelling and cutpurse.
Hustling and bustling.
Thank you, Webster. We've got the picture. Where is he?
In an area car en route for the nick.
Lambton. Radio the arresting officers. Frank Kane's no villain.
Yes, Gov.
He's still a dockside priest at heart. It's his nasty, vicious kid brother I'm after. Besides, I don't imagine he scares that easily.
Used to come here as a kid.
Well, you're always welcome. I'm hoping to revive little Richard.
Right then.
Bleeding copper's narc.
Oh, hope you get your pineapples. Morning, Joe.
Yo.
Morning, ladies.
Morning, Frank. Morning, Frank.
Oh. Morning, Danny. Spring cleaning, are we?
What I can't understand, mate, is
Ma leaving all this to me?
Well, you know Ma. Right and roll.
What, from beyond the grave?
I wouldn't put that past her.
Tell you what, though, this is a real challenge for me. All those kids there are just waiting to be...
What, say? Oh, do me a favour, Frank, you're not a priest anymore.
Well, maybe not.
But I still believe in a scheme of things.
We're going to turn this whole place into another mission, are we?
No, leave it just as it is. An island of innocent entertainment in a sea of heartache.
Oh, sea of heartache, eh? Well, I wish you luck, old boy.
Look, I'll really be thrilled if you stay on, partners.
Sure, why not?
After all, you probably put a lot of money into the place.
Oh, yeah. You certainly could say that.
Right, partners then. Great, great.
Oi! Do we get a gig or what?
Sure.
Just one thing.
What?
Off your fee comes the price of 24 pineapples, right?
All right. Come on.
One of Noonan's boys? One of Noonan's heavies. Nick the Enforcer, they call him, boss.
Daniel! Hey, Daniel. The last time I saw you, you were just a wee boy.
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Sure you have. I'm Elliot Rossini.
Elliot Rossini. You had the Gorbals and my dad had Bricked and Mary Hill.
That's me. Only now it's Glasgow and parts of Edinburgh.
Mr. Rossini, I've heard of you. You got family in New York.
And Palermo. Daniel, we have to talk.
No problem. But I got a rush. Come round the house and Carol will cook you one of her Neapolitan dinners. She's taking evening classes.
Daniel, your father, Hatchet Jack, and me were men of respect.
I'm listening.
In 1953, my family did a favor for your family.
Well, the way I heard it, you and my father were deadly rivals.
Hatchet Jack helped me out when we arrived from Palermo. You know, I started with just one ice cream bar.
Bara.
Bar, you know. Push. He was a few years older than me. He showed me the ropes, your father. Then came the ice cream wars. I did him many favors. Now I need one favor back. From your family, my family.
Elliot, my dad's dead. We don't go over this Godfather pizzazz round here. We've all got shares in Britain.
I would be disturbed if you refused to hear me out.
Well, that's too bad. Give me a bell. My house is your house. We'll crack open a bottle of Valpolicella and chat about the good old days. Now, if you will excuse me, I must dash.
Hey, Daniel, hey. You're still your father's son, huh? Ti braccio. I embrace you. Ciao.
Elliot Rossini was a top hood when I was stealing Mars bars. I'll give him ruddy favours now. Come on.
Ah, morning, Perry.
Hi.
Who's the beak?
McKendry.
Oh, God.
name's Frank, Max. Well, that's it.
Mars home from home, eh?
Yours now. Well, for 8 days, actually. Rented on a monthly basis. Told her she should have bought.
Never one for bricks and mortar was Ma. Too safe.
Sir, this is a matter which is before this court for the first time. Peter Albert Noonan and Walter Luigi Trafficanti are each charged with conspiracy to commit murder and with attempted murder.
So the Crown's case is that the accused did, between the dates of October the 8th and October the 13th, conspire to murder one Daniel Peter Kane, and on the morning of the 13th, attempt to commit the murder.
Peter Albert Noonan, how do you plead? Answer guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Walter Luigi Trafficanti, how do you plead?
I'm absolutely innocent, sir.
Answer guilty or not guilty?
I'm not guilty, sir.
I should just leave it, you know.
You should not. You don't want to leave anything incriminating for the landlord to find.
What do you mean?
Frank, while you were up there in your dockside mission, your ma ran much of the organised crime from Rotherhithe to the Elephant and Castle.
Yeah, I had figured that out.
Danny was a general.
I believe he'd like to go straight.
Well, you were a priest, Frank. Of course you would believe that.
Cheers.
He was aiming at Mr. Daniel Kane, who was attending his mother's funeral in St. Michael's Cemetery. One shot had been fired, which missed. My information is that Trafficanti was procured by Noonan to murder Mr. Kane.
I respectfully request a remand in custody for 1 week to allow the police to complete their inquiries.
Sir, may I respectfully request bail? My clients will surrender their passports and report.
Bail denied. Remand till Tuesday week. What's that?
It's the 23rd, sir.
Got all the info. Good news, is it? They vary the times, vary the days, vary the routes.
But they can't vary the destination.
They're very true, Squire.
Don't ever call me Squire again.
Roger.
Or Roger.
No, I wasn't calling you Roger. I was just...
Joke.
Sorry. Nervous.
So how did you know to get in touch with me?
Don't you just love it?
Many a slip.
This could make Her Royal Highness really happy.
10 to 1 he'll have a bleeding reason for being there. Smart and swift is our Danny.
So when does this payroll get offloaded?
Backs up the side road besides the wages office.
Fine.
I've got to get back now.
Sure.
Don't worry, we'll take good care of you. Much obliged. John Joe, you got the right time?
150.
Where's your Rolex? Do you know something? I reckon that jock what hoodlum nicked it.
One of them's dropped a watch.
Oh, don't touch.
There's an inscription. To Danny from his ma.
In record time, that one is now 2-1 for the 1 Pirate Army, 10-1 Prince of Darts. That one also trained by this there. 10-1 Observation Post. That finished behind Prince of Darts at Newmarket last week. 12-1 Cocoa Thieves from the Guy Harwood stable. Now that one is due to meet Pirate Army in the Linkfield Derby trial, we believe. It's then 14-1 Exborn. That one would have to reverse form, of course, with Nash 1. 14-1 Higher State, 20-1 Sabotage, and also 20-1 Warshan. Warshan is due to reappear at Chester this week, and that one represents the Michael Stout stable. 25-1 the French All Along, also 25-1 Siciliano, and 25-1 Classic Secret from the Vincent O'Brien stable. At Wolverhampton, the 3 o'clock is a 9 furlong handicap. Favourite for that at 4-1 is Fast Chick. It's then 1-1 11-2 Asbab, and also 11-2 Mills Rose, 6-1 Viking Venture, and 9-1 Bar. Well, the 4:15 at Pontefract is one of the...
Not a bad day's work. It's got to be armed robbery, right?
Well, Elsted, the bloke Danny Kane's conversing with?
Yeah.
He's got form.
Any other snippets of vital info, Sergeant?
Uh-huh. Shoplifting. And a history of domestics.
Well, it hardly makes him Ronnie Cray, does it?
It indicates he's a criminal ponce at heart.
Oh, Rosie, Danny Kane has dropped his watch on an armed robbery today. It's your collar if you want it.
What time today, Chief?
1:40.
But we were...
Thanks a lot, sir. Great.
Oh,
Thanks for putting it our way.
no problem.
Didn't say a word.
Right.
Right. What should we put in next? Put this bathroom sink in. Should we put that in, eh? Would you like that?
Has it got a load?
I'm sure it has, darling. Here we go. Up the stairs.
I don't know why you're staying on as his partner.
He's my brother. Right. How about this fridge next, eh? Do you think the door opens?
You don't owe him a thing. Onions. I mean, is he going to share the profits or what?
Profits from the Paradise Club? Oh, do me a favour.
Is it a real fridge? I knew your mother never liked me, Danny. I'm not stupid, you know. I could tell.
Ma didn't like anyone, doll. I don't really believe she even liked Hatchet Jack. It's really a fridge, if you really believe it's a fridge, okay?
Danny, how do you get the insides out of these things?
I'll do it. Give it here.
I'll go.
No, I'll go. I'm early, Danny. I'll down at the office. What do you want? A few words. I ain't got no words for you blokes.
The words are ours, pal. We'd like you to come down the station.
Phone, Max, love.
Oh, Daddy nicked again.
Afternoon, ladies.
Afternoon, Frank.
Where's Polish Joe?
Yo, up here, father. Hey, how you doing?
Aye. What happened to the kids we hired, you know, with the pineapple knicker?
They're Fridays and Tuesday nights. This is Snake of Snake Davis and the Charmers.
Hi, Snake.
Snake is so bad, he is the king of the saxophone. Yo, play on, man.
He's great.
Yeah.
Joe, look, don't call me father anymore. Just plain Frank.
Okay.
We got Golden Oldies on Wednesday afternoons. When's the rock and roll revivals?
Wednesday nights? Ma was kind of keen on rock and roll. Rivers of Blood. Man, she was motivated by that particular one.
What's up?
Rumor is, Father.
Frank?
Frank. The rumor is, you're gonna sell up and turn this place into a...
What? Multi-story car park?
You know, you ran a mission up in Liverpool. Anyway, the word on the streets is, you plan to turn this place into a...
What?
I don't know. Maybe a youth club. Anyway, that's what's going down on the streets, Father.
Bingo Monday nights, right?
Mondays, right.
Talent contests all day Sunday.
It's the big attraction, Father Frank.
So, what's the change? Hey.
Father, Danny's been lifted. We gotta find Max.
What bug?
Max will spring him in no time. The guy's a legal ace.
What, little CD Max?
Father Francis, if you're going to stay around here, you've got a lot to learn.
He intends to. The man's name is Frank, dighead.
I'm always happy to help the law, but I've been here for 40 minutes, and that ain't funny. Right then, I'm off.
Sit down, Danny.
I'll stand if you don't mind.
You're in the mire, Kane, deep in it. I can't say we didn't expect it. I can't say I'm not happy.
Games, Miss Campbell. You think I'm a teenage pickpocket? Arrest me, or I'll walk out of here.
Daniel Kane, I'm arresting you on suspicion of armed robbery. Cuff him, Constable.
Sit down, big shot.
Where were you at 1:40 today?
I have the right to remain silent.
I'll tell you where you were.
Is this being tape recorded?
Shut your gob.
See what happens when you allow them to read The Spectator.
You were blagging a building society on the Southwark Road.
Well, was I? I have had a busy day, haven't I? Robbery at 1:40. Lunch with my wife at 1:41.
You were nowhere near your wife at 1:41.
To Danny from Ma. Touching, really.
I had it nicked earlier.
Nicked?
I had it lifted earlier in the day.
Dear me, you can't trust anyone.
Isn't that the truth?
It was found on the floor.
Dropped by one of the raiders.
Raiders of the Lost Watch.
Armed robbery's a long stretch. You'll go down for 10 years.
Man of your rep.
Streets of London a safer place.
And you'll be the Met's first female commissioner when I get out. Castles in the air, my lovely. Castles in the bleeding air.
Leave me with him for a minute, Gov. I'll soon...
Miss, do you have a minute?
The name is Wolfbug. This gentleman's legal advisor. My client has no wish to assist you further.
He dropped his Scotch whiskey at the scene of the crime. We have your client by the balls.
Where's the tape recorder? I trust this interview is legal.
Smart lawyers, smart talk. This watch will do for you, Danny. The entire East End knows this Rolex.
My client wishes today to make a complaint against the police. Unlawful conducting of an arrest interview. Unlawful interrogation. Unlawful incarceration.
Get out of here. Uncuff the prisoner.
There's no need, Rosie.
Pleasure working with you, Miss Campbell.
Meaning?
Meaning, what was all that about? Seeing as the bloke was under obbo by me and Fielding at the time of the said armed robbery.
Yes, well, he didn't know that, did he? The question is, who is trying to fit him up? Hmm?
Well, even I recognise the watch.
Max, I had nothing to do with that, I swear it.
So they can probably make a case, unless you have an alibi.
Alibis can be arranged. John Joe?
Yes, boss?
Fix up a meet with Elliot Rossini.
Excuse me, lads, would you mind going inside the bar?
Okay, then.
If you don't go into the bar, I'm going to throw you both into the river, all right?
It's a bit strong.
Yeah, it's a bit strong. I'm a bit strong. My friend's a bit strong.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Excuse me. Would you mind going into the bar? Would you mind moving into the bar, please? Thank you. Yeah.
I said I wanted it private.
Danny, it's your brother.
I don't want him involved. We used to have races down there, remember?
Yeah. See if we could reach the iron ladder at Thompson's yard before the tide came in.
Frank, leave us for a couple of minutes. I've got a bit of business to sort out.
Your blind date's arrived.
You said to drop by.
You palm my bleeding Rolex and then you staged a robbery just to fit me up.
Daniel, you shouldn't have given me the brush off, I didn't come down over Adrian's wall for the good of my health.
Well, that's for sure, Rossini.
The watch was just a taste, my friend, of what can happen when two families don't treat each other with respect.
Excuse me, chaps. I'm a civilian.
The man's a priest, Collett. Let him go.
Is that right? A priest? As I heard it, you've got the shove from holy orders. Nicked something, didn't you? In trouble over the GGs?
I nicked nothing.
Okay, push off. This is no business for failed clerics.
God bless you.
Make up your mind. Are you going or staying?
Thought that was going to get naughty.
Dici anni fa, 10 years ago, the nuns did a favor for us Rossinis.
I think that's thieves, if you ask me.
Well, they are thieves, Sergeant. That's why we're here.
It was during the second ice cream war.
So you owe Noonan. So what?
I lent him my top mechanic. Shag trafficante.
With a contract to blow me away?
I did not know it was to be him.
So, you said our dad owed you. How?
The Battle of Baltic Street. Your father, he was trapped in a dunny by the Baltic Street tongue with only his famous hatchets They were mob-handed. Though by this time we were deadly rivals, I couldn't see him being taken out by such a bunch of thorax. So I backed the quad bread van through the dunny wall. And your father, he jumped in.
Yeah, I heard about that van and his life being saved by some cheap Glasgow hood.
I was that hood.
So what is it you want, Rossini, that you risk your own neck coming down here?
Sham Trafficante is nearly 60. I can't let him die in jail.
To be caught on a rooftop with a smoking rifle with telescopic sights and wearing latex gloves aiming for a second shot at my brother, that is a tough rap to beat.
I do know that, Francis. In fact, there is only one lawyer in London with the hope of getting him off. And you own him. We are talking Max Wartburg. Danny, I'm calling that favor. Your lawyer to defend your would-be assassin.
I'll take it back, Owen. Wait a minute, mate. Can you go on the back of the queue, please? Thank you.
What did Rossini mean? You own Max Wartburg.
Frank, upstairs.
Don't ever talk business in public.
Danny, your life's lived in dark corners.
Don't lecture me.
What did he mean? Own Max.
Max is our family lawyer. No other
gang
family would dare to use him without my say-so.
Especially one that you have a blood feud with.
Frank, are you sure you want to hang on here?
Oh, yeah.
Part of God's plan, is it? The grand design?
Depends how fond you think he is of rock and roll.
Max is a genius. Crown prosecutors scream out his name in the middle of the night. They wake up trembling. Trouble is, if Trafficante walks a free man, Peter Noonan walks with him.
And Noonan's no friend.
He'd enjoy my funeral.
If Noonan's inside, he can still arrange to do you damage. At least when he's out, you know where he is.
Yeah, pulling the legs off spiders in his padded cell.
Oh, be serious. If Trafficante gets banged up as well, then you've also got Elliot Rossini and his merry men on your back. Do you need that?
Frank, you think like a professional hood.
I think like a Jesuit.
I'll lend him Max.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Where'd you dig that up from?
Oh, I went round Mars Mayfair flat. She left some cash hanging about, so I split it down the middle.
Oh, cheers, mate. Where's your share?
Put it on horse.
Oh, Frank, when are you ever going to learn?
Which came in at 7 to 1.
Yes, good, marvellous. Will this take long, do you think?
Open and shut. I expect Noonan's brief will bring us forward for a reduced sentence on a guilty plea.
Ah, Miss Campbell.
Mr. Kane, I thought your brother might be here to see his would-be assassins committed to the Bailey.
He says he's not coming.
Good morning, Inspector, and excuse me, but I really must not be seen talking to you. Good morning, Mr. Rossini.
Not quite with it.
Well, Max is Trafficante's brief, the hitman.
You're kidding.
The man is a lawyer. We don't own him.
See you later. Be good.
And at precisely 11:24 in the morning, officers of the flying squad operating on information received entered the roof area and apprehended Walter Trafficante in possession of a .223 Tikka Finlander sniper's rifle and 5 rounds of ammunition.
Thus, I formed the opinion that Daniel Kane's life was in danger. I received information that a known button man,
Something to do with tailors, is it?
a professional killer, sir.
Sir, my client has a perfectly good answer to each of the charges laid against him by the Crown.
Proceed, Mr. Wartbug, though I really wouldn't want you to waste the bench's time.
You have refused to answer any questions put to you since your arrest.
That's right, sir.
Mr. Trafficante, will you answer my questions?
Sure.
Do you suffer from any medical condition or phobia?
Yes, sir. I'm suffering from very acute claustrophobia, sir.
Do me a favor. Mr. Powell, this is not a place of entertainment.
Confirmation, sir, from two independent medical examiners and assured own physician that he does indeed suffer from that appalling psychological disablement, claustrophobia. You will see from Professor McKay's report that this condition can be so acute as to render the sufferer close to collapse in his desperate search for space and air. Oh, you found the gun?
Yes, sir.
Where?
On the roof of the Marco Polo Towers.
Oh, yeah. And what were you doing at Marco Polo Towers?
I was visiting my Auntie Bella. She moved it down to the Marco Polo for the gas pipe. And that's what we call it, the Garza Cuba Road, Your Honour, sir, in Glasgow.
Sir, Crown requires proof that this alleged Celtic relation exists.
Please, accept in evidence these documents. Birth and marriage certificates proving a blood relationship. Miss Bella Crawford resides in the tower block that the Crown alleges the shot was fired from. Tell me, Mr. Trafficante, what happened next?
Well, sir, I'm a go into the lift, and suddenly I was a come over all a queer. I mean, the lift was going up and up, forever upwards. And I felt that the walls was coming in and closing in and in on me.
Oh, for God's sake.
Ha 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 ha!
You're not going to believe this.
The tip-off was for next week. This was just a dry run. Come on. I'm not carrying the can for this one. Robbo, up there. Alpha 7 to control, come in, over.
Nice one, Joe.
Keep the creek, man. Message for you, madam.
What was the first thing you saw when you reached the fresh, clear air which you gulped hungrily into your lungs on the roof?
I saw the rifle, sir, lying on the water cooler cover. I was right next to the door where I rushed out in my panic-stricken gulping for air in my desperation, sir.
What was your first reaction?
Well, I was very concerned, sir, that it wouldn't fall into the hands of the Wiggins.
It might be a danger to children.
Gun went off into my hands. I mean, these things can kill.
Well, that is actually why we're here.
Mr. Powell, we know that you went to Eton, but this is not a gentleman's club where we loll about making witty comments.
Terribly sorry, sir.
Bloody brilliant, Skipper. That crane idea. Must have had it on their toes. Right over the building, boat waiting, brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Which is what you were not.
Gov, we were infoed it was to be next week.
You ever heard of something called action and reaction?
Never had much of a formal education. Out on the street doing some practical coppering I was.
I expect then you've come down from your search of the crane bursting with clues. I believe that is the technical term.
I found this wallet dropped near the driver's seat. It only contains the name of a very tasty target criminal.
Danny Kane.
Elliot Rossini. Credit cards, visiting cards, an old photo of Palermo. The works.
Let's go.
You must, Mr. Trafficante, have been very relieved when the 16 detectives and uniform officers pounced on you from their rooftop hideaways.
Well, I tried to give them the rifle, sir, but they just attacked me.
Sir, I really can't listen to any more of this. How does my learned friend explain the latex gloves Mr. Trafficante was wearing as he held the rifle? A clear and proven modus of professional criminals to keep their fingerprints off weapons of murder.
Sir, will you accept this document and evidence, from which you will see that my client has suffered from an acute and distressing skin complaint contracted in the service of this country during national service in the jungles of Malaya?
Exhibit E from the Royal Glasgow Hospital for Tropical Skin Disease.
Tell us, Mr. Trafficante, tell us about the latex gloves.
Well, sir, I am under the doctor's orders to wear these gloves on occasions for the protection of other peoples.
A most distressing result for a war hero.
Don't blow it, Mr. Wartburg. You're almost there. Counsel, to my room. Adjourn for 5 minutes. Mr. Powell, I'm getting a little tired.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm getting a little tired of your arrogance.
With respect, sir, the man had a smoking gun. in his hand.
The defence does not deny that. Sit down. Mr. Wartburg, no offence intended, but can you really prove these bizarrely opportune signed statements?
I intend to produce expert medical witnesses at the trial, sir. Also, Traffy can't his Auntie Bella, who's actually his cousin, but he calls her Auntie Bella.
Well, Mr. Powell, you may of course cross-examine, but unless you can refute the evidence so carefully collated by the defence, I'm tempted to throw this case out.
In which event, sir, there will be a most grave miscarriage of justice.
Justice? Kindly inform your masters at the Crown Prosecution Service. Until they prepare full and proper evidence at my committal proceedings, the scales will fall in favour of the defendant. You have lunged around in my court, obviously assuming it was a mere formality. Well, you have two options. Either I throw it out, or Crown can request an adjournment in order for you to get your act together.
We will be requesting an adjournment. Sir.
Mr. Wartburg?
No objection.
Well then, to the question of bail.
You're joking.
There's something you tell us about Charles, sir? Can you tell us no comment about anything at all? Is it true he served time in Borneo, national service, sir? Is that true? Excuse me, Sir, is it true your claustrophobia started in later life?
Go up and just say it, please.
Can we have a few words? Just a few words, sir, please.
Excuse me? You Elliot Rossini?
Indeed I am, Hen.
Is this your wallet?
Oh, how very kind of you. I must have dropped it.
Indeed you did. Detective Inspector Campbell, CID. I'm arresting you for the robbery of £86,000 from the Riverways building complex, Rotherhithe. Take him away.
Can I have a few words, sir? Can I say something, sir?
Just a favour repaid, Rossini. From my family to yours.
You've got a real problem.
Nah, I can cope.
I doubt it, mate. We've got 43 couples coming to the Derby and Joan bingo soiree. We've only got 60 bread rolls and 24 tins of pilchards between them.
I think that's your department, Brother Francis.